Alright, hello Minecraft Infitech fans. I'm back. It's been a little while here. I had some stuff going on. Too much. Cover some of this crap. Burn up some of my sodium. Cover some of my chlorine. So the new fuel here I'm using has been somewhat of a success. You know, just a little bit of this, about 1,000 per bar of titanium at this point, so I can make 180 titanium if I felt like it right now. That makes me feel good. It gets me nicely into the... pushes me towards the extreme voltage age. It's funny. In my other games, I would have upgraded everything by now into high voltage, but I haven't. I'm still having problems with power. This guy, I could probably go ahead and move this up to advanced. I mean, the circuits are a real pain to make. There's a lot of little nitty-gritty components you got to deal with. But let me see. So now the biogas I've got will power the advanced stuff, no problem. It'll eat on it a little more than the basic, obviously, but it will work. The basic, this thing is able to completely hold its own on the basic. Even when I've got these guys over here, these medium voltage guys running over here, it's fine. But once you get into high voltage, gas will not cut it anymore. You do have to move to something better. C-Team boosted diesel is nice, but I've got a problem. Yeah, look what I've done to the mountain. I put torches all over that guy. I had a few things. I found out what my sheep are all dead. I don't think I'll need them anymore. Not care for now. I can eventually capture more and bring them in. I came over here to find my sheep gone, and I couldn't figure out what is going on. Why do they keep disappearing? I found my answer when I came over to investigate, when I saw that they were gone. It had just finished raining, and one of those little spinning guys was in here. Those little electrical guys. They hurt anything that's nearby, including livestock. So they killed my sheep. Simply by being in there. That thing had appeared inside there, even though it's all lit up in there, and the sheep were all horribly electrocuted to death. So my sheep, my horses, everything. And I've got a bunch of jackasses that appeared over here now, donkeys and stuff. They finally seem to have moved on. Oh, there he is. There's the one I marked as owned. Just for giggles, I did that. I don't know where the others went. They were over here. There used to be some horses on these islands over here, but they seem to have vanished. I think it does despawn some... Any unclaimed things get despawned over time. Nope, there they are. There's two horses. No, they've been out there for a long time. So maybe not. So obviously it's not despawning them. It had to be the monsters killing them. That's my guess. But one of those things was lurking in there, and I guess simply by the fact that you get near the thing, it shocks you. That must apply to the sheep as well. So too bad, so sad, I don't have any more sheep. But now I know why they kept freaking disappearing. Unfortunately, I've had those things appear even inside my base and underground. I think maybe I need more light up in the top, like on the ceiling. I think that'll prevent them from appearing, but whatever, I'm not that concerned about it right now. If I start needing wool again, you know, I'll have to go find some more sheep and import them. That said, I might have a way to make them as well. That said, I've been a little bit busy here. I've been pulling water. Water mixed with methane is a good way to get hydrogen, because it pulls the hydrogen out of the water as well as the methane. Hydrogen's been a big thing for me. Tungsten, I finally have found it. I finally processed it. I did set up the machine down here. I'll get to that in a moment. Tungsten, unfortunately, this fuel here... Hello? The heck is this? And there's a horse. I think they just spawned out here. It's because all my sheep are gone. I think that's actually a farmable animal. I don't think it attacks you. Yeah, this thing's actually friendly. You can feed it. Shit. I don't know what the hell you feed it. I don't really care what the hell you feed it. Anyway, sorry, I had to deal with the cat there for a second. Just checking to see what I got floating around. The cat's kind of hyper today. Alright. It would be nice to bump these up to at least medium voltage. But part of me wants to just leap straight to high voltage and not full with medium. I like the advanced electric furnace. It does take... Oh, right. It does take some chips. The integrated processors I can make fairly easily now. I got tons of CPUs, blah, blah, blah. I can easily throw these together. And I could upgrade this whole line here. I would have to upgrade this to high voltage because it needs to put out 4 amps to handle this stupid thing and this stupid thing. Which would mean it would draw a little more, but it wouldn't draw much. It'd still work out, I think. I don't know. Or I could just let it run on the batteries and drain them down a little. It's hard to say. You can do some efficiency that way. I really want to get a better power system where I just eliminate these little one-off guys. I can leave that thing here just to run all this crap in the machinery down below, but the pyrolyze, etc. can run off of that, no problem. Even this thing here can run off of it. This guy here does take an awful lot of gas. Eventually, gas only gets you so far. It really does. Let's go down here. Let's have a look. So, a few things in my last video weren't entirely accurate about this this turbine here. I was having some trouble with it. It was making me a little nuts, and now I found out what's going on. So I got the big skinny on what's going on here now. So these things have a buffer in them. Someone pointed this out to me in the comments. If you hover over this guy, you can look at the capacity they've got, and the bigger they get, the higher the higher the voltage they deal with. But also, let me see. Battery buff. That's better. So you can see here the high voltage, the 4 slaughter has a capacity of 131,000 volts, which means it actually loads up pretty quickly, and it's significantly less than the batteries you're putting in there. You get the EV, that's now quadrupled, 524,000 EU. And that can take a little bit longer to fill up. Well, the 16X job here that I built has 2 million volts, and that takes a bit of time to fill. Now, the way these things work, and I guess I just hadn't realized this, the tricorder doesn't show you the internal buffer on this thing, which is why I was confused as to why I was using that to try to debug this wasn't working. This dynamo hash was working fine, this cable's working fine, everything was working fine. The crystal isn't charging because it charges the buffer first. Once the buffer hits 100%, then it starts charging the batteries. Now when you discharge, when you turn on the machine, I noticed that this battery didn't seem to be dropping at all. That's because it was draining the internal buffer on this thing. Once the internal buffer is drained, then and only then will it come up here and start draining the battery. And so that's one thing to keep in mind. When you turn this thing on, it looks like nothing's charging, and you're going to be like, God, what's going on? What have I done wrong? You haven't done anything wrong. It's charging the internal buffer. That drove me crazy for so long. I never understood. Why is that not working? Well, now I know why. I was stupid. And I didn't read the instructions, so that's, Alright, water under the bridge. So I've got the Advanced Electrolyzer 3. And now I can start building EV equipment. Titanium cable 4X can handle up to 16 amps. See, if I'd use aluminium, there is no 16X covered cable. So you're going to... Aluminium would be cheaper, technically. But, well, you use a ton of aluminium. and you can't cover it, so it's going to lose 2 EU as it goes through. It turns out the loss is the same on the titanium, so you have a trade-off here. You can use 16x aluminum if you don't have a lot of titanium. I actually have quite a bit of titanium, and so I went ahead and, you know, like I said, damn the torpedoes, I'm going to go ahead and build the titanium cable here. I only built 2 of them because I don't need a lot of machines right now. I'm just going to build as I need. I got the buffer right here. The cable leading to it. I think I could attach that straight to it. Unfortunately, that would makes it a little less room to deal with here. Or I'd have to come out like this, which might have been the better way to do it. But if I take this thing apart, I'm going to lose all the EU in it. It's better to drain it out first, because there's 2 million EU sitting in there. This thing actually does produce an enormous amount of power, and very quickly. I'm very happy with the performance of it, but I have a problem. How do I fuel the blasted thing? Large steam turbine. It's soft tin. Got the black bronze in here. Takes tons of steam and produces, you know, about 800 EU over T, which means it's producing, you know, hundreds of thousands. You know, well, let me see. It's 20 ticks. It was like what, 824 or something silly. I'll just go away. It's producing around 15 to somewhere between 15 and 20,000 EU per second, and that takes time to fill up this buffer. That's why that's why I couldn't figure out why this thing didn't work. So yeah, now that's over with. I could burn this creosote. I think I do have a input for it somewhere. I sure do. I have an input hatch here. I could plug that in and start pumping it in and get it all burning. I've kind of decided to save the creosote for now, and I had some steam, but I can't pump that in fast enough out of these drums. And I realize I'm stupid. I'm better off to save that for this guy here. Eventually I'll top those steam guys back up and use it for steam cracking. I mean, after all, I do have, unless I destroyed them, 3 little boilers right here. And I could easily, well, I even still have the mirror up there, or I'm sorry, the glass up there. I could set them back up there, but it'll explode without, if I put them out in the sunlight, without any water. I'd have to hook the water back up. I could put a water tank up there, no problem. I think I still have the old tank. I could reassemble it up here. It'll easily maintain them. I could just put it right here, hook it up, put some pipes over, plug these guys back in, get them producing steam again. There's some shag nasty flying around over there. No problem. I lured some bats down. Busted them up and got some crap. Alright. Anyway. So I can get some steam that way for the steam cracking apparatus. That's, you know, not a problem. I got the old coke oven bricks. Too bad I can't grind these up and get the clay back out of them, or brick material or whatever. Wish I could recycle that material. Maybe you can. I don't know. I'm gonna stick with it right now though. Okay, nichrome. Hey look, I got nichrome. I can make that into some ingots. If I make some more nichrome, I could upgrade the pyrolyze. That might be one thing I can do. High pressure coal boiler. I think I'd rather use that. I can always go up in the mountain and pound out some more of that lignite. I have some... Now, I've got to start feeding this thing down here. If I want to have continuous power, first I'm going to fill that thing with crystals. 16 times 10, 160 million EU. It's a good amount of power. Then I could set up rig that thing up so it only turns on the thing when it's ready. But I need a tree farm of some kind. I took down the oak trees. I played around a little with these. I tried using the bone meal trick to make the giant tree grow up, and it didn't seem... This is not with these fir trees. I haven't tried it with the other ones. There's apparently a way to make jungle trees or something. I've got tons of bones. Bones are easy to come by. I've run into enough monsters that I've actually filled up on skeletons and other garbage. Bones are pretty easy to come by. Just do it right here. Hit it with that. Now it should, in theory, produce a giant tree. I don't know if I need to hit all 4 of them or if I only need to hit 1 of them. I read somewhere you only need to hit 1 of them. Just leave that in there. A little bit of dynamite left. No, not matter. Sure, I could make some more dynamite. You need that damn nitration mixture. What a pain in the butt. Although I can make ammonia now fairly, somewhat economically. Hydrogen? Hydrogen's a bit of a pain to come by. That is what it is. Nitric acid, I've used that to take my fuels and turn them into super fuels, my biodiesel, and turn it into a super fuel. You do it at a bit of a loss. If I can get light fuel, I'll get a lot more power. So I could get power from oil right now. Unfortunately, let me get to the book here. I did open up tungsten, but it hasn't pushed me towards making the other machine yet. I guess I need these engraved macrotronic blah blah whatevers. Maybe Silicon Age still has some secrets left. Epoxy Madness. Epoxy resin. I haven't made that yet. Maybe we should do that. If I could spell epoxy to save my own life here. Epoxy resin takes molten that. Polyethylene shit. I don't want that. Here we go. Chlorine plus propene. And benzene. Okay, I can make benzene. I have that wood. I have wood tar that I can turn into benzene. So I guess I need to get that done. Unfortunately, I'm not sure where I'm going to get propene from. Naphtha can be turned into propene. A decent amount, too, of that. Well, we're going to need some oil. Naphtha. I can get that from distilling coal tar. Not a whole lot. I can get some. Sulfuric naphtha out of raw oil. Light oil doesn't give me very much, but I can pump stupid amounts of light oil. Regular oil I can do better with. Oil sands do have the ability to process it. Heavy oil, well, the heavy oil is a waste on that early on. I need the distillery, man. I really do. I need the distillery, and I need a way to power it. Trees. If I could set up this farming machine, maybe I could set up some kind of tree farm. Let's see if that tree did anything out here. I'm going to give it some time. There's another possibility. Go into the map. And I've got a mountain full of lignite up here, and I have a huge area of coal over here. There's a big area of coal over here. In fact, there's several nearby. There are several coal fields nearby. I could probably even turn this thing on and look for the word coal. I wish I could search this. I wish I could make folders under here, under this waypoint thing. That would be so much better. No, yeah, it's not. You're not going to make a folder. That sucks. Pull up straight natural gas and try to run off of that. It's not particularly great. Light oil 100, that wasn't very good. 62 light oil, crap. 439 heavy oil, that's going to be a big deal. And 279 light oil is nice. I do have that. I have that one actually rigged up to go. All I gotta do is take a drum out there, and I can get tons of oil very quickly. True, it's actually a lot cheaper than oil sands. I only need one drum of. I only need a single drum of. But I need barrels for the oil. Yeah, we've got some problems, don't we? What I need is a better fuel. Okay, I could set up a thing. I could set up a miner, advanced miner, somehow get the thing to power itself, or just put a big barrel there and have it create tons and tons of coal. Have it send it through, have it run it through a shaker. Well, first I would have to spin it. First I'd have to wash it, then run it through a shaker. I'd get even more coal, and then I could have a big train of coal coming in, and I could run it that way. But eventually I'm going to run the coal out. Same with the lignite. So I need a better fuel, and that is going to be nuclear power. If I can start pounding up uranium, and there's two ways to use it. You can make the EU thing, or you can use the heat exchanger. The heat exchanger will create a whole lot of stuff. Now I could burn oils over there. Burn in this. Let's see. Large steel boiler. The large steel boiler. Bit of a... So if I got that, now diesel fuels only have a quarter efficiency. Don't waste those in there. But it can burn straight up light fuel. It can burn creosote, things like that. Doesn't do a particularly great job. Now the other option is to come back here. I do need to make that heat exchanger. Is to build the large diesel engine, 2048 or 6144. Nitro diesel being replaced with cetane boosted. That's a possibility. It's also a real bastard to make this thing too. It's a lot of titanium. The heat exchanger is the other thing. I'm going to need to make it. But I can make a bigger, now that I can make the bigger turbines. Better turbines, large gas turbine. Some stainless steel, although I can produce lots of that now. And I can put my biogas into it, and it'll run it more efficiently. If I built one of those, and hooked it up to the biogas output, but with the biogas machine, you'd be able to produce enough. If I had the farming machine constantly kicking carrots out, it would be enough. Where did that dinosaur go? Probably went in the water and drowned or something. I was just not over trampling my crops or something. Very weird. Well, whatever. Yeah, we got some problems to solve here. It'd be nice if I could just take and just do high voltage all the way across over here. High voltage everything here would be great. I could move that disassembler over here. I could move some of this machinery back over. I'd have to take these apart. If I can take these apart and get the processors and other crap out of them, maybe I can use them to make some high voltage stuff. It'd be nice to get everything on here over on high voltage. Maybe if I created two of these. If I created two of these, and a couple carrot farms and a couple of those things, that might be able to run a generator and keep me powered up here. And then I could switch this guy over here out for nuclear or something. I don't know. Either one's going to be an awful lot of work to get done. I guess I'm not going to get it done just sitting around here, am I? Alright. Give me a moment here. Okay, so I could have busted myself up a little here. I love being able to charge that thing with just a click. It's great. Alright. And the tricorder, so it doesn't seem to use any power because it's actually pulling it off my suit. Cleaning controller. I have to make epoxy. Means I need to make benzene. Let's make the epoxy. If I could get the big distillery going, maybe that would help. I could start pumping heavy oil in here, and let's see. I had a few things I needed to take care of. But first, let's make sure I get this thing dealt with here. Get my magnesium recovered. At least some of it. Throw this back up in there. Got enough sodium laying around and stuff I need to process that I could do that. Another good source of chlorine, and that's electrotine. Well, it's maybe a great source, but there's a lot of that crap. I have no real use for it, and you get some redstone out of it too. You get a little redstone and a little bit of sodalite out of it. You can recover, and you recover a bit of chlorine when you spin it out. I don't know if it's energy-wise worth it, but yeah. Okay, got a few things I gotta make first. Alright, let's do things in the right order here. First thing I'd like to make is to get some ethylene. I need ethylene. I need to run a plastic. I got some hydrogen sulfide here I could bust up too. So I can put that in. And down in you go. Still some of my hydrogen. And I'm going to figure out which flaming circuit to put in there. Sulfuric nap. I need a number 4. Which I happen to have laying around somewhere in this pit of a... Here you are. Only need one. Alright, good. That doesn't take as much hydrogen as it used to. Did they all do that? Maybe, maybe not. You do get 2 of these. I could swear it took 2 hydrogens in the past to do that. Well, anyway, I've got all my nap. I'm gonna get ethylene out of it. Means I gotta steam crack this crap. So we'll get back to our nap here. I haven't tried the oil cracker yet. It might do it more efficiently. So I have the nap. I can take, well, you can distill it to propene. I will need some of that. Ethylene. I'm going to turn that straight into ethylene. Naphtha, straight to ethylene. Really interesting. I could steam crack that crap. You get more ethylene out of it. But you need the distillation tower for that. I can't turn that thing on yet because yeah. But look at all that naphtha. Look how much it gives me. It gives me all the materials I need to make just about any kind of plastic, including the benzene. So this would be huge. And I even get some light fuel out of it that I can turn into, and some heavy fuel. Crack those guys and do more with them. The heavy fuel I can crack and then turn it into more light fuel. And even get some carbon dust out of it. Nice. Chemical reactor. Cracker. It's the ethylene. Oh. The severely steam cracked is no longer a thing. Oh, they got rid of that. So now I can still it straight down into what I need to make. Yeah, they got rid of the degrees of steam cracking. I'm glad. That was kind of pointless, to be honest. Yeah, I think they decided that was for the birds. Alright, so I can take my nap. 200 gives me 120. That's what circuit 6. Circuit 5 gives you this. Circuit 7 gives you this. I need a circuit 7. And then am I going to find that? Right here. Off with you, drum. Now I can pump that straight into ethylene. That's a lot better. I'll need to make another run of this at some point. Alright, while that processes, give me a second. Not too shabby. I'm gonna draw on my supplies a little here, but not too badly. I guess it's time to go get some carrots while that's doing its trick. Someday, I'll get this stupid thing automated. Of course, you are in a bad place. She better not be stomping on my vegetables. Or there's a glue factory in your future. I don't know if you can turn horses into glue. Maybe if I'm lucky I'll get a head. I can mount on the wall. Oh shoot. And while I'm out here, I might as well get some peanuts and get them in the machine as well. I haven't made any methanol for a while. Although I do have a large amount of diesel fuel down there. Now, sometimes monsters pop out of these. I wish they would turn that off because they don't really put you in any danger. They're just annoying. They just get in the way and get annoying. Although I suppose if you're farming, if you've got a machine that can pull and replant, if the monsters appear and you have a grinder nearby, you can get essence from it. But so maybe you could be useful that way. Try to see the bad, the good and the bad here. I got some seed oil in there. I've run out of methanol, probably. Yes, I have. But I've got 188 biodiesel there. All of that was a product of me working on a little project of my own and just leaving the game running and just coming back, farming, and then going back up, maybe starting something, you know, cooking. Then I'd go back up, work on it, just leave the game to idle, and produce stuff. I did stop to play a bit of a game. I've been playing Dishonored, finally. I know it's been out for a while. I've got 1,000,001 games in my Steam library, but they've all been neglected because I've been playing Minecraft so much. I mean, hey, look at this place. I gotta finish knocking this wall down. I gotta knock out the rest of this crap here. Everything looking good. Like I said, knock out the rest of this. Open up this whole area. Get a nice looking floor in, and yeah, we got some wild stuff here. Remember the nuclear generators that I had when I had them running this thing, my last game. I could do that again, although it's still a bit lossy. It's not as efficient as some of the other methods. That worked out perfectly. I'll put number 7. I'm just going to put it in here. 7-Eleven. Ethylene. Now, I'm not too bad on normal plastic. Polyeth, I'm not getting critical yet, but I'm going to need to make more. But what I do need to do is make some polytetrafluoroethylene, and that's the really... Polytetrafluoroethylene, that's the guy. Liquid. I gotta make that out of tetrafluoroethylene. So I take my ethylene and I'm gonna mix it with fluorine. So each cell gives me 500. So 2 fluorine plus 1 gives me 3. It's the best. So, how much of this do I have? 13,400. So I'm going to need 2. I'm going to need 28 fluorine. And I have it. Alright, let's put it in. Let's pump it all in. Oxygen in number 1. I need number 1 for this as well. So pull that 4 out of there. I'll borrow the 1 from over here. Yeah, they have made things simpler with the system now. Okay, so that gets me down to this. Oops, I need a drum in the back. Gee, where am I going to get that from? Oh, you're kidding me. You've got to be yanking my chain. You know what? Oh, I have one. Okay, I knew I had one. I was gonna lose my mind there for a second. Still, that extra amount there now. Gonna be a small problem. I think I might need to pump some oil. I'm going to pick up some more iron, so I do have what I need. I'm going to make some more drums. Never have enough of these damn things. Get these ready for the... There's nothing to... There's no chip. Had to borrow it. That's fine by me. I should probably make another #1 for this. Wait, will it kill me? Probably not. I'll just hold out for now. Oh, let's make a ton of that. But we need lots of PTFE, so I can make good plastic board. Other things. I need to make some more vinyl as well. Or have I? I made silicone rubber. Plenty of polyeth there. Raw rubber pulp. I'm on rubber. Oh, we got tons of rubber. Let me get this thing to at least crank out its steel, yeah? While I change out some tanks here. Let's hold up here. I want to turn that into... I need fluid solidify that crap. It only takes 30 EU over T for that. I'd rather put in 1,000 at a time. So I'll hook up oxygen. 7 per. I'll produce a ton of this stuff, though. Using #1. That up. 1,500 liters. This will work out. So I've got this already set up to solidify that crap. I don't think I have nothing hanging out over here, do I? Industrial biomass, go ahead. That thing is not needed anymore. I think it just be taken apart, or I can save it for other uses. Plenty of cetane boosted. Now it takes about doing 8 bars of tungsten takes a lot out of it. I could turn that into 16 tungsten steel. I need to make a lot of steel to do that. I can make tungsten steel. I think a little bit cheaper than I used to make actual tungsten. Making the tungsten is the biggest energy suck. It'd be nice if I could get some kind of a big generator over here, so I don't have to continually swap this fuel in and out. I'd rather save my cetane boosted fuel for pumping oil, maybe. I mean, because you can pump a ridiculous amount of oil with that. The amount of oil that you could pump with that is just, it's gargantuan. Or I could even set it up and just run these machines off a few barrels of that. That might work out. Other possibilities is I upgrade this line here to use it. Maybe I set the barrel into place and it pumps into these areas here, and I use basic gas turbine here, or the diesel turbine. Replace that with a diesel, and that way it only sucks on the diesel a little bit while it's running this stuff here. This would be the main draw. That wouldn't be too bad. It would last a long time. I don't have to replace it from time to time. It's got its possibilities. Okay, that big monster down there is going to run my extreme voltage crap. Eventually, this needs to be upgraded to extreme voltage back here. Actually, that's one thing I could just go ahead and do. That would let me make the nano processors, and but I do need to get the extreme voltage situation dealt with down there. I need to make a load of fuel somehow and charge up all those crystals. 160 million EU. Produce me a run of some stuff. More tungsten. I'm gonna need it. Yeah, I got a lot to do. Alright, I'm gonna have to redo my plastic video now. They've changed things. They dumped that severely steam cracking crap. I didn't notice that. In fact, I think the last time I made this, I didn't notice. Yeah. Right, let's go get some oxygen. Oxygen's one of those things I'm gonna have in fairly steady supply now. Oops, it's not back there, it's back here. I'm taking 7 per. I got 42 of this. Oops. Calculator. 2 times 7 equals 294 oxygen. Yikes. I can do 21. Okay, if I use all of the oxygen up. Hell with it. It'll be a little like it's wiped. I'm not that concerned. Okay, that's all been chopped up. Let's got myself 21 of this. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Dirt. I'm able to do about half of it. And make sure I don't electrolyze it. It's an empty cell. Wow, really? That's like special right there. Alright. Good stuff. Good stuff to have lying around. I won't need to make any of that for a while. I got a lot of stuff that's going to dump some O2 out, so not too concerned. Not too concerned. I'm just looking over what I got here. I'm going to need to process some more bauxite because I'm going to need tons and tons and tons of aluminum. Actually, it sounds like what I need to do is go ahead and build the big machine and get it set up back here. Well, let's see. Advanced ore washing plant. Ore drilling rig. This one here can be made like this. The first version. I do need to make EV motors. I do need to make a couple workstations. Ouch. I can make them. Other option. Quantum processor. It's a qubit thing take. Yeah, I need to be real on the radioactive shit for that. That's not the quantum processor, dude. A nanoprocessor assembly, which is kind of interesting. We have a nanoprocessor. Which we made using this nano component, blah blah blah. It's a lot cheaper to make than those other chips. I do need a circuit assembler that's extreme voltage. I do need to make a... Yeah, sorry about that thumping my chair, got all screwed up. There we go. And I need the EV version of this as well. And I need a way to pump molten glowstone into the goddamn thing. Oh, great. Oh, wait. Hold on. No, that's just a chemical reactor. Okay, I was thinking that was the clean room. No, I just need to make the CPU wafers. I can make the nano ones instead, using raw carbon fiber plus that. Oh, that's clever. I could do it at extreme voltage. Alright. That or I make a bunch of workstations, which are unfortunately kind of wasteful. And, alright. What's it gonna take? Circuit ASIN 3. I do have one of these that I got free, so I don't have to deal with liquid platinum rod and making more workstations. So that's good. I do need to make a couple workstations though to get that done. To make these EV modules, I have to use a lot of titanium to do this, but it can be done. Oh. Crystal processor. Oh, hell. A data control circuit. That's insane voltage to make. What the heck? A mainframe. And how painful is that? That's one of the most painful things I've ever seen to have to make. Like nano computer, nano assembly processor. Okay, that would be the way forward to this one. I have to get the nano processors. Wait a minute, look at the circuit assembler. Oh, that's just doing ASOC. I can do it with an extreme voltage one. Oh, man. But I gotta make this guy here, and I need a chemical reactor for that. Advanced chemical reactor 3. I can use workstations, which is all I can make right now. Eventually I can use the nanos instead. Well, nanoprocessor assemblies. Large plastic pipe, no problem. Stainless steel, no problem. This isn't too hard to make other than the workstations, which are just a real pain in the butt. There's like several stages I gotta go through to make them. It's the It's this guy here that makes me want to cry. The only way to build this right now is to use mainframes. And that's the limits of the high voltage one. I have to use tons of RAM. Thankfully I've made that. I have made a big, large run of RAM. I also have to make 4 workstations into that. And I use tons of these damn coils, tons of capacitors. I'm going to need to make loads and loads of these. Just here, I have to make, 4 of these, and I need 2 of those. So I need 8 of these. 8 times 3, I need 24 of these. 24 of these is going to take 48 of these. So that means I need to use 48 CPUs and all the other crap that goes with it, plus tons of red alloy. That is going to be one of the hardest things to build. That is a shitload of work. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here for now. Wow, there's just so many things I've got to do in this game. Now you see where the where the fun comes into it. How do you get through all this crap? And you know, what am I going to have to sacrifice to make it happen? But once I do, though, being able to make those nano guys is going to make things so much easier for me. Well, I will probably do that before I come back. I don't know if you guys want to sit there and watch me make the same thing 48 times, and then 24 times, and then 8 times, and then 2 times. That's going to be really painful. You guys don't need to sit through that. I will be back when I've got some more interesting things to report. Thank you for watching.